So Mega reached out to me, made me sign an NDA, and sent me this box. I only know what's inside of it because it says it kind of on the outside, but we're gonna unbox it to see what it actually looks like because I didn't even get a picture. I know that it has like 1,600 pieces, but I'm kind of excited about it. So they've never sent me anything before, but I believe February 27th is Pokemon Day, which is the reveal day for this set. Ooh, what do we got? Oh man. Yo. This is nicely packed. All right, so first off, let's just one at a time here. We have a little letter. On the front it says, "Thank you for being part of the Mattel Creations community." Wow, what a nice name. It says, "Mattel Creations is our bespoke collaborations platform. This is a chance for our creative minds to come together with creators like you and make something amazing. Toy as art, art inspired by toys." I've not heard of Mattel Creations community. They just sent me an email. The MCC sounds a lot cooler than the LAN, I'm just saying. The backside says, "Celebrate Pokemon Day with us and to mention that I received it as a gift from Mattel Creations if I post about it on social media." They send it to me for free, #ad. Oh man, there's actually a lot more. I just thought it was gonna, honestly, I just thought it was gonna be the set in here. So we also have, "Hello, thank you for checking out our toys." This is crazy that they do this. There's other companies that don't do this, and therefore the creators that talk about those companies also don't do this. This is kind of irrelevant to the video, but it's about disclosure. Disclosure is important, kids. #ad. So a slight bit of background knowledge you need to know. Growing up, I was a Yu-Gi-Oh kid, and so I was on the other side of the fence from the Pokemon people. So, you know, I know Pikachu, I know Ash Ketchum, and you gotta catch them all, but I was a Yu-Gi-Oh kid, so I just think it's funny. Is this packaging as nice as I think it's about to be? Holy crap. This might be like the best packaging I've ever seen on a building kit from Mega or Lego. Oh. Oh. This is primo. I don't know the price on this though, they didn't tell me. Holy crap. Box looks incredible. I mean, this is really great art. You've got Pikachu looking real happy, Ash looking happy enough. You got the Pokeball there. Looks really dope. We've got the black line at the bottom, so some quick info. 1,576 pieces. Shocking age rating of 18 and up. Adults only. And it looks like this is a collector building set. I want to say in the email they called it their... Hold on, let me see what it was called. Mega Showcase. I don't know if that's an official like sub-brand of it, but that might be what it's called. It seems like it's actually just... If you just look at the top here, Mega Collector's Building Set. I gotta tell you, the feel on this box is incredible. It feels really nice. I like boxes, and this is a nice box. The siding of it, again, so the box actually feels like matte, and then this has like a texture feel to it, where it will have like a bit of resistance to running my finger along it. So that's pretty incredible, looks great. Here's the back side of the box. Here's the other side of the box if you care. Overall, just incredible packaging. I'm a big fan of having nice, coherent, good-looking packaging, and this is definitely checking those boxes for me. This is Lego and Mega combined. This is not even close. What's the other Mega set I had? It was the Xbox one. Okay. So, like, I thought this Xbox one was really nice from Mega. This one I bought, and I still haven't made a video on it. Maybe I'll get to that. But, like, this is leaps and bounds above what this even was. And this was pretty dang nice for the time. So, here we are a few months later, and I have this one. And this is just fancy smancy, I'll tell you that. All right, let's open it. See what's inside. The moment of truth. You know what I'm noticing? This has been double taped. Someone's already opened this, and it's been taped back over. Like, if you look at this one, there's clearly another, like, tape under it, and I can see that it's been cut. So this has been cut and opened and resealed. So I don't know if they did it and they put something extra in here, but that is really odd. You don't really see that a lot. So the box does feel really full though, so we'll see. All right, I don't know what the experience is supposed to be, like which way you're supposed to see it first. Okay, I did it. Holy crap. Yo, it's the whole environment. Wow, look at this. So like this little tab here, pull that. Oh, that's nice. Oh, this is the instruction manual. I thought, oh wow. Okay, we're gonna come back to that. Okay, instruction manual off the top, out of the way. And then we have this here, which looks like I guess just the way you're gonna pull it open. Wow, it opens up into the full environment. That's crazy. And we've got all the parts in here. Smells nice. I like the way it smells. But yeah, it looks like they didn't put anything extra in here. It's just weird that it was like double taped, but one tape underneath had been cut. Maybe they rechecked it to make sure it was all there. I don't know. But yeah, That's the box. It's a really nice box. Like really, 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 like, this is the best box I've ever seen on a building kit. It's literally not even close. This is really stupid high quality. I don't know the price on this yet though, so when I know the price, I'll tell you. So our first page here is Pokemon Champion Ash Ketchum. They say he's ready to build, featuring full articulation and his iconic companion, Pikachu. You can pause to read the rest if you'd like. Ooh, I like that. That is really smart. So on this page, they have it so that you can actually see which page each build starts. So obviously you can know like which bags would build, but that's kind of irrelevant. You want to know which page it starts on, so you don't have to be digging around to figure out if you want to build out of order or something. So that's really cool. I like that. Another nice piece of artwork there. And then here it shows you how to use their building tool, which is probably in the first bag. Third bag. That's weird. Oh, because you open all 3 bags to start. I see. Okay. These are really nice instructions. I mean, this looks really, really good. Well thought out, well done. So it looks like when we get to the back, it gives you some inspiration on how to pose them, as well as how to customize and personalize your build, and some different things you can do with lightning, I guess. Like, man, this thing is loaded. And then finally one nice shot of the finished build. So I'm gonna build this up. We're gonna see how the build process is, if it feels good, if it feels bad. And I'm just excited. This is fun to me. This is unique. It's something I don't get to do every day. So a Lego Pokemon Ash Ketchum and Pikachu set. Let's build. So we got the build done, and I also know the price on this is $130 with 1,576 pieces, all printed, and it releases on May 24th of 2024, unless you're watching this in the future, in which case it released in the past. But regardless, it seems like a pretty good price for what you're getting here. Again, 130 bucks. Let's compare to a Lego set. Oops. I think this makes sense. So this here is $200 for Lego, and so it feels like a reasonable like scaling of price for the size of the thing that you're getting. I don't remember the piece count on the Chewbacca here, but it's also worth noting there are 0 printed pieces on this versus like a ton of printed pieces. We have an extra printed pieces on the Pokemon set, so there's a ton of printed stuff here that you're seeing that you're not getting with this set. So there's extra value in that to me too. Let's put this back where you belong. So I think it makes sense to start with Pikachu and how you can pose him in different ways. He is draped on Ash right now, and it's really cute like this. However, there's another possibly better way you can display it. So, and I'll also show off the posability for Pikachu here. So you're gonna pull him off. It's a little bit of like a imperfect way to do it, but it's surprisingly strong for like how small of a spot he connects to, like with just that little piece. So anyway, once he's off there, you don't really have to do anything to Ash. This is just gonna be extra. You're gonna throw it to the side, throw his belly back on. And so with Pikachu, he's got tons of posability with the legs, kind of in the knee area, I guess, if he was a human. And so really he does get a lot of posability, more than I think you would imagine. Even the head can turn really any direction you want. And you can see that printed face. We'll come back to that. You got the ears that can move up and down. These are also printed, by the way. These are printed like on the side of the brick so that it's the perfect, like accurate color for the ear, black and then yellow. And the tail here also has little printed pieces below, just kind of making it that extra bit nice and premium. This, of course, is a collector set, so they really did go the extra mile on this thing. They didn't leave anything out from what I can tell. I'm not the most knowledgeable on Pokemon, but, you know, just eyeballing it, you can tell that they really put a lot of love and care and passion into it. So the other way you can pose Pikachu here is you get this little Technique piece, and you can place it right there, and then there is a accompanying hole in the ground at Ash's feet, and you can place him just like that. And so now Pikachu is kind of flying through the sky, jumping over a little piece of terrain, and I think that looks beautiful as well. I really like that it's not kind of straining the Ash figure. It doesn't feel like it's going to pull it down. Now, the Ash figure has some extra support, so you don't really have to worry about that, but it does kind of stand well on its own, so I think I prefer that. Now, let's talk about his faces. So he's got a general happy face, and then these just pop right off. So you get 3 different faces with this one. I think that one might be my favorite. And then here we have an angry face, so we can throw that on and he can be really angry. But we're just gonna switch it right back to my favorite one because that's what we'll leave it on for now. Yeah, and the print on the side, it's two separate pieces, obviously, but this red circle does kind of print nicely for the shaping as best as they could get it. Before we move into Ash, I want to talk about the base of this thing and some of the terrain work. I think the terrain looks excellent. There's like little cracks in the sand or the ground. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be rocky or sandy, but either way, it looks really nice. They've got some really nice plants built onto it here. You can just see some nice plant pieces that, you know, I'm just not used to seeing from other brands. I just think they look really nice. We've also got some extra accessories here with the winner's trophy printed on top. We've got the Pokédex, which is really nice. It can open up. You're going to be able to put it in Ash's hand later. We also have an extra Pokeball, which is really nice. This one also with a small attachment to be placed into his hand. And of course, his extra faces. And kind of surprisingly, a ton of lightning bolts you can place behind Pikachu, like a lot of them. So there's extra studs like on Pikachu's cheeks here, and that is kind of where you can attach some of the lightning bolts, just like that. So you can attach them on there, we can attach them onto his tail a little bit, like you can kind of do them up however you please, so you can get the lightning bolts on there in really nice and intricate ways, and I even have two more here that we could attach if I wanted to, but you can add the lightning onto Pikachu if you want. I honestly think it looks better without the lightning. I just like cleaner looks on things generally, and so no lightning to me is cleaner, but it is an option for collectors that want that. Now for the big statue of Ash, I don't think we can talk about him without talking about his support, and that is this big black beam here that comes out from the ground, and it does lean a little bit forward. You can see it's not completely vertical like you may imagine it being, so like it's kind of weird. Like, it's one of the weirdest aspects of this set that I found is that his feet don't actually touch the ground if he's like straight on the stand. You actually have to let it like lean forward a little, and I don't know if that was intentional. I guess I assume it was intentional. It was probably designed for some significant period of time where they decided that there was some reason that it needed to lean slightly forward instead of his feet just touching the ground, you know? Point being, it leans forward, and it's just a little bit weird, like the way his feet feel like they're dangling. So like, I've tried to get them to like attach to like the studs, because there's quite a few studs on the bottom here. And if we look at the bottom of his feet, there's definitely, you know, a spot where he could attach his feet. I just feel like when I try to attach his feet, it's like straining it so much, and then at like the slightest pressure, it feels like it's gonna pop up, but maybe you can get it to stay down. I don't know. Let's see. Will it actually stay down? It seems like it's staying down. I didn't think it would stay down. I've tried it before. It was not staying down, but right now the studs are actually holding his feet on the ground, which is like really good, because that, like, it looks awkward when his feet are hovering like just a little bit above the ground, but this looks, nope, see, one of them came off when I tried to put his toe down. Ooh, I didn't notice this. Like, the side of his shoes are printed. Did you notice that? The side of his shoes are literally printed. That is insane. I really don't think I've seen another company go that far for that little sliver. Like Lego would just not do that, right? I think the shoes look really nice, obviously. The legs are just, you know, plain pants. They look good. They have decent posability for the knees, and of course, at the hip here, you get quite a bit, like left and right, so you can turn him if you want. You can make it look like he's running, which is nice. You can do all sorts of things with the posability on this thing, like way more than my imagination will allow. I'm obviously not like an action figure person generally, more of a ship and scenery person, so this is like a little bit out of my element, but I can still definitely tell that it's pretty well done. There's even a little bit of posability at the ankle here, so that's definitely nice, and so I feel like you can get some really good poses out of this thing. Again, more than my imagination will allow. But moving into the torso for this guy, one of my favorite parts about it is this little button here. I thought it was the coolest thing that this is like an open button shirt, and just the intricate little detail that they added to that is amazing. And this, of course, is where the Pikachu attached earlier. So it's like even multifunctional, which I didn't realize at first until, you know, we had to actually throw Pikachu on there. So you can see little printing detail throughout his clothing. Now we also have his green backpack, which is pretty well designed onto his body to actually look like the straps are all the way around his body. Like, it's not perfect per se, but it's really dang good. So I like the backpack design. I think that looks really good on this guy. Now, you have, again, quite a bit of posability for the arms. It's kind of like a double elbow joint, which I think goes a long way towards getting some of the more fine movements. And then even his like fingers, they've got the proper amount of fingers for him there. And you can see there's a little hole in his hand, and that's where you can put something like the Pokeball here. Goes right on in and just bend his fingers around, and now he's like holding the Pokeball. Like, that's really cool. Gotta catch them all, you know. He's also got the potion in the other hand, and you know what? I had a friend text me. He said exactly what I need to say about this potion. So you Pokemon fans are gonna get a little taste of a real pro of Pokemon. DLC said I should say it would have been nice to get a Hyper Potion or an Antidote, but the potion is a classic in the games even if Ash basically never uses them. There's my official opinion based on someone else's opinion of this little potion piece, which we will now take out of his hand. Pokédex goes in his hand, that's for sure. So this one doesn't have like a little like bar in it. This one like literally just, I think, sticks in the hand like this. So there we have the Pokédex in his hand. You can see it's printed on a bunch of different pieces actually, and it still lines up really, really well. So really good quality control from the factory. Not something we see with other companies all of the time. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. We can go ahead and put his arms down by his side. Now moving to the head, just like Pikachu, we have the face piece. And the face plate piece is the same exact mold for both of them, just with different prints. So we have kind of the bland look, the sad, upset look, and then this is the best look, I think, the very excited look. You can see his face, not so good without an actual face on there, but we'll throw that on there. There's a lot more studs on his face. Holy crap, a little bit harder to attach than the Pikachu, but there we go. He also has these really nice printed ears. The flow of his hair is also worth noting as being exceptionally good. And then finally we have the hat. Again, printed beautifully. It's really worth noting. Like, it's hard to explain. This is something that I don't see from LEGO. The way these prints go across multiple pieces and are literally perfect every time. Like, well, maybe like the smallest fraction of a pixel. It's not really a real world measurement, but slightly off if you really want to look at it. But like, generally, like the logo on his hat across 3 different pieces, there's like 0 variation. The top of his hat with red prints going across, very slight, if any, variation. So like, I think the prints on this are really good, and the color of the print really does match the color of the brick pretty dang closely, so I think that's important too, especially with these red stripes on top. Also, if you haven't noticed, the hat actually does spin around, and I also just noticed that they left a little hole in the front of the hat, you know, where your hair sometimes goes through. That's also there with his hair going through it. So the level of detail in this is phenomenal. I'm definitely not the world's biggest Pokemon fan by any stretch of the imagination. I know very little about it, but as far as a building set, something that's like incredibly detailed, something that I think any collector will be able to enjoy just from the feedback that I've seen from other fans that are Pokemon fans out there. They seem to really like this thing, and that's a good thing. I think this is really good. I don't know enough to know if like there's something major wrong, but I also know enough where I feel like if there was something major wrong, I would see it. So when it comes down to it, for $130 with nearly 1,600 pieces, it seems like a really good value for money, especially when you consider that literally everything is printed. There was not a sticker sheet in this box. And the box, by the way, as you may remember from the beginning of the video, is literally the nicest box I've ever seen on a building set ever. Like, that's worth something. So this is a true collector's piece from MEGA for Pokemon, and it's just absolutely worth the money if you're into Pokemon. This is a phenomenal display piece. It's gonna look great. And I feel like I didn't even talk about the black base. It's got a black base. The bottom of it looks like that. I totally skipped over that. The base looks nice. We just didn't talk about the fact that it had a black border. Did we really have to talk about that? Everyone could see that. So if I was gonna rate this thing out of 10, I mean, it's dang near a 10. I don't know what you would dislike about this in particular. You know, there's nothing glaring to me. You know, maybe a 9.8, 9.9. Like, it's literally a really well done building set. So let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and thank you again very much to MEGA for sending me this set for free to review. Maybe we'll do more in the future if this one goes well. See you guys later.